Hi Batlings, hello hello. We're off to another week. Hello hello everyone. Give me just a second. I gotta get everything set up again. Okay, there we go. Hello hello. The vertical streamer. I've only done 2 of them. I might do more in the future, I don't know. It's fine for chatting, but also like I don't like talking about too much because there's a bunch of like people that don't know me. Which I guess isn't the point, but also it's really easy for someone to like stumble upon the stream and not know what's being talked about, as opposed to usually with a normal live stream it's a little easier to catch on, I guess. Vertical drawing stream, it'd be interesting, I guess. Probably wouldn't do it though. People on shorts can be mean, so I don't know. Like I thought later this week maybe I'd do shorts karaoke, but I'm a little scared. So it's probably just gonna be normal. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, yeah. And I'm like I'm also attempting to learn Live 2D right now. I opened it up earlier today and I put one of the model files that I had in, just like the PSG, and nothing like flipped like it should have. So I guess you have to do all that manually, because you know it can't be easy. And then after I do all that, I can actually get to the learning part. Although I guess that was learning in and of itself. But I don't know how long it's gonna take for me to actually learn, or if I'm actually gonna do anything with it. Because like, even if I learn how to rig, I'm probably not gonna try and rig my own models. I know. I mean, it might be fun, just like as a side project, but I don't think I would want to do it all the time. And also, I feel like my models are a little hard to rig. I don't know, I just get the feeling. Being able to troubleshoot your own model seems like a valuable skill. That's true. Yeah, it's true. I mean, I try to be as helpful to riggers as I can. But since I don't really know the program, like I don't know the limitations and everything, I know that if you use like add as like a filter on some layers, then the colors get messed up, so that's one thing I know. Big learning curve. Thank you. Hello. But I mean, I have messed around with it in the past. It's a little fun, I guess. It's really tedious though. But I guess it's fun. And I have a bunch of stuff planned for April. I think this month's also gonna be kind of slow, but I mean, it's almost over already, so. It has been a little slow, but sometimes it's hard to come up with stream ideas. Just point blank, sometimes it's hard. Besides just like playing games or talking or doing other random stuff. Yeah. And I mean, I think pretty much until we get to summer, I don't think it's gonna be super eventful for the channel. I mean, it's kind of slow the start of the year for YouTube channels, I feel like, and then like summer it picks up steam. So We'll see, we'll see. Like I've said before, I want to actually get back into making shorts. I haven't been doing that, but I want to actually do it. I just haven't had the free time. So, to give myself more free time, the Fate reading stream, I know. Fate lore videos, maybe. Hello. But, like... apparently. Just talk about Astolfo. Honestly, I could probably actually make a good Astolfo lore video. Hello. Like, I know there's one that I think is pretty decent. I mean, it's pretty lore accurate. But I don't know if they've actually read the source material, so... We'll see. And then, like I said, as for shorts, I think I might close my art commissions for a bit, just so I have more time to focus on the channel and then take a few more commissions on. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love making money, but... but it's kind of hard doing everything at once. Like, I love making VTuber models, but it is a lot of work. Why I like him so much? Maybe. Stolfo lore, the Stolfo rant. Top 10 Dojin? No, probably not. I don't think YouTube would like that too much. But like I said, I'll probably take a break from art commissions for a bit. And then, I know. I'm trying to not get myself burnt out, but also, I still love doing stuff, like, with the channel and everything. And I know a lot of people say, like, if you work too hard on something, it can feel like a job. That really hasn't happened for the channel, or really art either. I have fun doing art, but, I mean, art is where I make... I wouldn't say most of my money, but outside of like a real job, it's where I make most of my money. So I guess it is kind of like a side job. And YouTube is still kind of, it's mostly still a hobby. So it's not like it's a real job. And even if I was making more money, I don't know if it would feel like a job anyway. Because I mean, I do get to choose when I work. With art, I have like deadlines and everything. YouTube, I don't really, except for ones that I set for myself. And I'm pretty good at meeting deadlines. It's just sometimes I cut it a little close. But as long as it's on time, right? And like I said, there's still a bunch of stream ideas that I still haven't fully fleshed out. I was thinking I want to do another hand cam soon. As an artist, it's harder to grow than on YouTube. Maybe. But like I said, I want to do another hand cam because I think like a while ago last year I got what was it, like a fossil digging set or something, and I planned on using it for a hand cam stream and I just never did. So I want to actually use that and have another hand cam eventually. Which, I mean, it's not that hard to set up, so it could probably be sometime soon. I eventually want to play Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 2 also. But I don't know if the chat thing is fixed, and I don't know any alternatives. So maybe I'll test it like this weekend or something and see if it works and go from there. Because I really want to play it. It's just I want to play it on stream and I don't want to not have chat because I get really scared. Because then it feels like I'm alone. So I want to do that eventually. But like that's kind of out of my control. Link chat to a text to speech and activate slow-mo. I guess I could. It'd be a little strange though. I mean, it'd be a really fun stream if everything would work, but like I said, it's mostly out of my control. So I don't know. Maybe I'll email the company and be like, can you please fix this? I'm on my hands and knees begging. Don't know help wanted to. It looks pretty good, in my opinion. Yeah, but the thing is that I can't see it. Like, I love VR and I love horror games. And I love VR horror games, but they really scare me. So, you know. Because I remember when I played the first one, I was shaking really bad. And also I have the heart rate monitor now. And I need to actually do more stuff with it. I don't use it too much. I know I did with Fear and Hunger, but I want to come up with more things to interpret it into, or like put it into. More ways to use it, I guess. More places to use it, maybe. And then shaking was pretty funny. Maybe just a little. I also, I want to record another self-introduction video. Because my old one still has my old model, and it has almost like 1,000 views. That's not even the model I use anymore, so I want to make an updated version. Not the easily scared type. I know, but VR really scares me. Blade and Sorcery. I don't think I've ever heard of that. But, like I said, I'm gonna re-record that. Should be pretty easy. Don't delete the old one. I won't, but I'm gonna make a new version. And also, I might change another video to like come up when you first click on my channel without being subscribed, because every time I go back to my channel after I stream, the introduction video plays and I have to like click away because I can't stand listening to myself from back then. Like a Mr. Beast video? No, it's just a remake of the first one that I did. That was like, I made it pretty soon after starting my channel. When was it? Let me see. Like I said, it was pretty soon after I started my channel. Pretty much, yeah. It hurts me. It hurts me. Let's see. I only have 3 actual videos. It was a year ago. I need to actually like make clips of myself. But it's a lot of effort. A reference sheet? Maybe. I haven't actually drawn a reference sheet for myself. I started one, and I have like the design of the back of my dress, but besides that, there's really nothing else. So maybe eventually I'll finish it. There's still a lot of things I need to do that I've said I would do. Like, for example, the other, fuck. For 2.0 debut, the other, the alternate ending to the trial. I never uploaded that, or the original one, anyway. But like I said, I really need to actually like go through my backlog of things I said I was going to do and do them. Still no laser eyes toggle. Oh, I'll definitely work on that. Just give me like 5 years. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of things, and like I know I got the voice back out. And I meant to have a wallpaper too, but I just ended up never finishing it. So maybe I will someday. I'm sorry for telling lies. Oh yeah, I did, didn't I? No. It's fine. It's fine. And then I know I've been talking about this for a long time, but I am for real working on the cover. I couldn't find an instrumental version. For the longest time, I couldn't find an instrumental, and I really needed one because I didn't want to like have to pay someone to make an instrumental, because that would have been a whole nother like, I don't know, not something super expensive, but it would have been a pretty big price to pay for something that I could have probably found. And like, I want to actually get it out because there's more songs that I want to cover, but I have to do this one first before I start working on anything else. And I think, I don't know, I wanted to draw the illustration for it myself, which I still might. It'd be easier if I could pass that off to another artist, but I'll probably just end up illustrating it myself anyway. Listen, acapella is hard. And also, I think the mixer would probably want to kill me if I sent in like an acapella version. But I do have vocals recorded. I just couldn't find an instrumental until like last night. I know, there's a lot of things I have to work on. This is just what you do as an indie VTuber, okay? This is just what life is like. This is just how it is. Because like, I don't have a manager to tell me to stop taking on projects or anything, so I do everything. And I have most things managed on like a Trello board. But even then, there's stuff that I haven't put on there that I know I still have to do. But it's fine. I'll get it all done. I mean, like I said, I'm still having fun, and I'm not burnt out, I don't think. Will you ever do ASMR? I don't know. Maybe like ironically. Like that trend that was happening a while back. I'd be open to that, but I don't know about like serious ASMR. That's true, that's true. And also, I feel like at my size, a manager isn't really needed. I feel like you only really need that when you have a lot of subscribers. There was a trend a while back where VTubers were making ASMR that's like, I don't know. Like, if you guys have ever seen that video, well, no, I probably can't mention that on YouTube. It's on YouTube, but I probably can't like say the name. But basically, it was a trend where people were making like ironic ASMR. Like Spider-Man ASMR. No, it was basically like girlfriend beats you to death ASMR or whatever. Boyfriend car crash ASMR. Yeah, pretty much like that. I did see that yesterday. I did see that. Actually, this morning, I went on Twitter and I saw that Hololive was hiring new employees for their like US branch. And I sent the job listings to my dad and I was like, I found a job for you. And listen, I'm on like VTuber Twitter, okay? But I sent it to my dad. And a while later, he was like, I applied. And I was like, wait, really? And I had to ask him about it like a billion times, and then finally he was like, no, I didn't actually apply. Common writer? I've never seen it. I've heard about it, but I've never seen it. You do a much better job than a few managers out there. I didn't actually really look at what the jobs were. There was like a president of the branch or whatever. And that was all I saw before I sent it to him. Happy Science Day. Thank you, thank you. I think you'd be a fine employee. Subsidiary? Oh, my bad, my bad. I wasn't entirely sure what it was. I saw the announcement, but I mean, it's pretty much just so they can do more stuff in the US, right? Something like that. I'm short hair Pythea. I've had short hair in quite a few of my recent streams, I think. Worst talents to play Euro Truck Simulator. He might. He might. But that's fine, right? I moved to Japan for logistical reasons. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of like American-based VTubers, which is, you know, there's a ton of English VTubers, and I feel like a lot of them are based in America, like I am. So, big positions like operations manager, yeah. I mean, my dad kind of does something like that right now. That's the only reason why I sent it to him. Then he has expressed interest in being like a VTuber manager in the past. Even though I asked him if he wanted to be my manager and he said no. So... Transylvania's in America, you know? Do you have any songs that you're interested in covering? There's a lot. There's a lot. There's some English ones, some Japanese. I feel like English ones will be the easiest, obviously, since I'm, you know, native speaker. And then Japanese, I feel like as long as I learn it, I'm fine. Like, as long as I learn the song, I'm fine. I don't have to know exactly what it means, but... Country song covers? Probably not, no. Let me see. I have a doc of some of the songs that I've wanted to cover for a while. It should be... Where is it? In here. Yeah, there's some English ones. Any rap covers? Probably not. I'm really bad at rapping. At least I think so. I don't think I would be good at rapping. I might try it on Fridays. Yeah, it's Fridays. Friday's karaoke stream, because I'm gonna do musical songs, and there's some Hamilton on my list. And Hamilton has a lot of rap, so we'll see. We'll see. But also, I feel like Hamilton, I know it enough to do the rapping parts relatively well. Hamilton does. There's probably some other ones. I mean, musicals nowadays have like pretty much everything. You're so hyped. Well, it'll hopefully be good. I practiced earlier today. Because I wanted to make sure I could like actually sing some of the songs that I chose. Because usually I try to choose songs pretty far in advance. And by that I only mean like a few days. What about opera? I think I could hit the notes, but I'm not super confident. My hidden hype beast energy. Was it Hamilton done in ancient times? Ancient times? This was like the 1700s. If Hamilton is the ancient times, then then what's like ancient Greece? Death Note songs? Probably not. Yeah, I mean like English musicals. I haven't seen any Japanese musicals, so... Old and stale civilization. I mean, I get that the 1700s was a long time ago, but it's not ancient. Not yet. Medieval times? No. You might be thinking of Hamlet. which is by Shakespeare. That was made in like, it wasn't really medieval times. It was like the Renaissance era, right? Death Note musical is actually pretty boss if you like music with flowery imagery. I'll check it out. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. The Age of Enlightenment, aka the ancient times. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, they do both start with ham, so. I'm not that old. I promise. I'm not that old. Oh my god, I clicked on chat and I almost removed Dana's mod. Probably don't do that. Anyway. Tibetan throat singing? No. I would not be able to do that. Was rapid thing in 1700s? Probably not. I'm not gonna unmod you. I promise. I promise. I promise. It was an accident. Like I said. So I have all that stuff that I'm working on. Besides that, I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. I don't think I haven't talked about this in a while, but as you guys know, I'm a little mentally ill. Just a little. And I'm getting put on new meds soon, I think. Probably. So it should help. Because I don't know if you guys have really noticed, but I haven't felt as like energetic when I'm streaming as I used to, at least like when I was on my other meds and they were working. So so I'm hoping that I can get to a point where I'm like actually normal again. And like I try not to let it show, but you know, I want to be at 100%. Or my old meds making you groggy. They started to after a while. Like at first it was fine. And you know, I felt better. And then they just like stopped working. And all they would do is make me sleep until like pretty much until someone like woke me up. I know that I don't have to be 100%, but also I want to like feel like I'm having fun when I'm streaming. And not feel like I'm like a zombie. Because there have been times that I felt like that, like not being on any meds, and it's not too fun. It's not too fun. So I'm hoping that this will help. And you need to drink more blood. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. But hopefully it should help. I had to change doctors also because my last one was not helping at all. And she was like, all you need to do is buy this lamp that helps you wake up slowly by like mimicking the sun or something. I was like, how is that gonna help me? How is that gonna like fix my depression? Diet? I mean, that could be part of it also. That could be part of it. I have like a really bad diet, to be honest. So maybe that could be part of it. Yeah, I don't think the lamp thing would have worked. So hopefully this one will have some better advice that probably involves actual medical things. And not like shilling a lamp. I want to say that's snake oil, but our circadian rhythm is a strange thing. I try. Not even a lava lamp, it was... I don't know, I haven't actually seen it. I just heard her describe it. I mean, like I've said in the past, when I wake up, I have like 20 alarms that are all spaced like 5 minutes apart. And sometimes I just sleep through them. Do you exercise a lot? I used to. I kind of stopped when I got busy, so maybe I should start doing that again. I bought I bought like a Fate inspired workout book. So maybe I should actually try it and see if that does anything. Gym stream. How so inspired? I don't know. They're just like normal workouts, and they're just like Rin Tosaka inspired workout. Let me see. I have it bookmarked, I think. It's from some site that has like a bunch of anime inspired workouts. There's no Astolfo one, unfortunately. I looked. There's no Astolfo one. Multiple alarms so you can slowly filter out the alarm sounds. Yeah. I should probably just use one. Or just like one that doesn't turn off. Rin's the skinniest girl in Japan. Every woman in Fate Stay Night is like extremely skinny. Let me see. I know I had it bookmarked. Let me look at all my bookmarks. Gotta be in here somewhere. Oh wait, here we go. It's an entire PDF. Even the men are skin and bones for the most part. That's true. Ring Fit stream would be fun. It would. But since I don't have a 3D model, it'd probably be a little fucked up, but we could try it. I don't know how much the game is. I think it's like 60 bucks. Or at least that was on release. We'll see. Let's see it. Okay, so all the characters that are in here, there's Saber, Gilgamesh, Rin Tosaka, Kiritsugu Emiya, Iskandar, Irisviel von Einsburn, Lancer, Kirei Kotomine, Archer, Berserker, another Rin Tosaka one, and another Iskandar one. When I first got introduced to Fate, I thought Iskandar was Gilgamesh because he fit my expectation for how he should look. Let me look at the Kirei one. I mean, well, I guess Kirei is a little muscular. Let me see, it's so long. This PDF is so long. Let me see. Oh, the official Kirei workout. Monday is Master of Assassin Calisthenics A. Tuesday, Assassin Circuit Test. Wednesday, Master of Assassin Calisthenics B. Thursday, Executor Endurance Work. Friday, Master of Assassin Calisthenics C. Saturday, Optional Endurance, Parkour, and MMA. Sunday is a rest day. I don't know if I should. It's like $10. So I don't know if it's like... I'm probably not supposed to like just spread it for free. Didn't Hassan have really bad posture? Hey, this is Kirei. Kirei's posture is fine. Let's see, okay, there's jump ropes, high knees, close to wide push-ups, dips, chin-ups, mountain climbers, air squats, hanging leg raises, and a bunch of other stuff. Maybe I'll try it. Maybe I'll like make a video documenting my journey with the Fate workouts. We'll see. We'll see. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny, so. Too much money. Hey, $10 for a bunch of workouts is okay, I guess. $10 to become a Fate character isn't expensive at all, true. Don't know if they're complete enough or not. I mean, I looked up like reviews for the website and people said the workouts work, so. No, Shinji doesn't have an entry. I mean, Shinji's just like a skinny little guy, so. Yeah. I'll just like take a picture of my model now and then for the next one I'll just put like some abs on my model. And a Astolfo workout? No, unfortunately no. I mean, what would an Astolfo workout even like, I don't know, what would be the goal of it? Like, I don't know, having a sleeper build maybe? Because he's really lean. At least he looks really lean. You never know. He could be hiding all his muscle. Astolfo encouraging you. Astolfo can carry some pretty heavy stuff. That's what I'm saying. An Astolfo diet? What? I see. I think I want to keep playing Wolf Quest. I didn't plan it for this week, but I want to keep playing Wolf Quest because I think it's fun. And it's silly. I can't do that, that's too expensive. I have to do the cheap option, you know? I think every year in Wolf Quest you can raise a different set of pups with the same mate, I think. I'm pretty sure. We'll see. Because I'll get back to it eventually. And then Bioshock I'll also get back to. I just wanted to take a break because I didn't really know what was happening. An actual wolf pack? I don't think you can do that though. I think most of your pups just like leave after a bit in Wolf Quest. I guess I could play Shelter 2 also, but Shelter 2 is kind of sad. Alright, have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. And then also earlier today, my dad was asking about like VTuber drama that was happening. And I was like, I really haven't been keeping up. I don't know. Why? Are you that invested? Like, I don't know. I used to look into it sometimes, but now I'm really just busy. I don't know. I really haven't been looking. The Niji and stuff. I think so. I think he's seen it. Being busy is good. I know. But that's all the stuff I talked about. That's really the only topics I had planned, so we'll just talk about random stuff now. It's for the better. Yeah. I think it's good to not be obsessed with drama. And also, you know, if you talk about drama all the time on your channel, then that's like what's expected of you. And I don't like talking about drama, really. Got anything from the sale? No, I haven't bought any games in a while. VTuber drawing stream? Yeah, that's gonna be on Wednesday. I don't really have anyone in mind. Well, I have a few, but I might take requests because I don't really know who exactly I want to draw. Ever considered playing Vampire the Masquerade? I might. I've heard about it a few times. Any hamster updates? So, do you guys remember how Joan had a log that she completely chewed up? Like, she completely demolished it, to the point that it just, like, did not exist anymore. It was just gone. So, I got her another one, and I put it in there, and instead of chewing on that, she started chewing on her like plastic wheel that she runs in. And every time I go in my room and I have to be like, Joan, please stop. And I have to like stick my hand in there and like drag her away from it. Like, oh my god, I just don't want you to eat plastic. Please. Does she have a companion? Hamsters are not social animals. They will kill each other. Hamsters will kill each other if you put them together. You can only have them together when they're young. If you have two hamsters together, they're super territorial. They will fight to the death. That's why I have two hamsters, but I keep them in separate habitats because I don't want them to kill each other. I didn't get it. Like, come on, I bought you a whole nother log and you're gonna eat the plastic instead? Maybe. I think guinea pigs can live together, yeah. And I know like mice can live together because I had 3 mice. They were my first like small pets. Because I had 3 mice that were named Miku, Luca, and Rin after the Vocaloids. And then after, maybe it doesn't taste good. I don't know, she's chewed on it a little bit, but most of the time when I go in there, she's chewing on the wheel. A hamster cam. I've thought about doing that a lot, but the issue is that they don't stay out long enough. Like, unless it was at night, maybe? And by at night, I mean like 1 AM. Because, you know, hamsters sleep most of the day. Because they're crepuscular, however that's said. Did you give the mice Vocaloid themed funerals too? No. No. And then my naming progression for pets has been really weird. Because first I had my dog Violet, which was just named after like the color Violet. Or it might have been after like a flower or something. And then I got my bird that was named Cloud. Just, you know, named after a cloud. And then then I got the mice and I named them Miku, Luca, and Rin. And then now I have Joan of Arc and Morgan Le Fay. And naming is based on your current hyperfixation. In a way. And put a cam while they're active and do time lapse to show on chatting streams or something? Maybe. I have a bunch of pictures, but the problem is they're on my phone, and if I go on my phone now, it's gonna fuck up my tracking, so that's the issue. Sorry for your future child called Astolfo. I would not name a child Astolfo. Like, I don't know, I think if you're like crushing on a character, it'd be weird to name your child after that character, right? Boy band names? I don't even like boy bands. I mean, I've seen people name their kids some crazy shit, but I would not name a child Astolfo. Gonna manifest something doing that. Don't doom your child in society with odd names. Means you can give them the most love. No. Well, there's a kid that's named like Naruto, isn't there? Because I saw, like, there was a post about it that went viral a few years ago. Or more than a few years ago. He's like 8 years old now. Or something like that. There's probably a bunch of kids named like Goku. What if you added numbers to a name? Then that'd just be like an Elon Musk name. And that would just be weird, wouldn't it? It would be like naming, I don't know, a robot or something. Wolf Courage. Imagine saying, Astolfo, come get your dinner, and it's your bedtime, Astolfo. No. Call your kids Fortnite, Roblox, Minecraft. You know how many kids here in South America have names related to Dragon Ball Z? Probably a lot. Probably a lot, is what I'd assume. Do you think there's ever gonna be a kid named like Skibbity or something? Child named Skibbity Toilet. I don't know, like Ban Ban. Go. I mean, it'd be a little funny, but it would be unfortunate. I will call my kid Skibbity. Don't do that. Don't curse your child to that life. I did see something a while ago that was like baby girl names for 2024, and one of them was just like beautiful. Sorry, but who's naming their child beautiful? Skibbity and Toilet. I could not be trusted to name a child. This is why I can't have children. I would name them something so stupid, and then I would regret it, like years later. And then I'd look back and be like, why did I do that? And also my kid would probably want to change their name at some point. Like, naming pets after anime characters is one thing, but naming your child after them. Odd names. I mean, my name's a little odd, I guess. I never got, like, bullied for it, though. Naming my child Pythea. Pythea is a normal enough name, I think. Like I said, it's a little odd, but it's not the worst. Kawaii is a normal name, but outside of Japan, it's a bit yeesh. I've seen some people name their kids like Sakura, like Americans naming their kids Sakura. Like, okay. Sure, I guess. If you want to. And not just based off of like Naruto. Normal first name, mythology inspired middle name. Fight your partner to the death for last name. Soccer. Clearly a weeb household. Probably. I would have been pretty mad if my parents named me after an anime, and then I found out like years later. Okay, but could you imagine if someone named their kid like Saber or Lancer? Like if some hardcore Fate fan named their child that? It would suck so bad. I've decided to name them after me, and as a second name their horoscope. Komaida. It would be bullied, probably. But named after a comic book character, it only flew by the grandparents because it just so happened to match with a Catholic saint. I mean, then it must be a relatively normal name, right? Surely. There's people out there doing that. Probably. Not even the hero name's just the class? Yeah. Like I said, as a hypothetical, it's funny. But that would be a horrible thing in real life. It's pretty rare in America. Oh, I see. But I feel like if it's something pretty odd, I feel like being named after an anime would be pretty bad. Or like people would talk about it all the time and be like, are you named after this anime? Especially if it's something really prominent. Saber Smith. I don't know. I mean, I guess, but I mean, when I was younger, I wanted to be named like Rose or something. I was like, oh, I wish my parents named me Rose. Such a basic name, though. It was like 5 million other roses out there. Gotta be at least a little unique. Mexico is a pretty common naming people as a saint. I see, I see. I mean, I feel like that happens a lot in America also. Well, maybe not as much, but sometimes. Lucius. Oh, thank you. The only thing that I don't really like about my name is I'll go somewhere where I have to like give them my name and they misspell it every time. Every single time they misspell it. Sometimes it's like a single letter off. Sometimes it's worse. And like I used to be bothered by it, but now I just make fun of it. The place is Starbucks. Not even just Starbucks though. There's other places. What's the backstory to my character model? I don't know. I kind of just made it up. Isn't there a country in Europe where you have to pick from a pre-approved list of names? There could be. I've never heard of that, but there could be. I mean, it is Europe. Name is so common, I can't relate. Well, you're lucky. 100% misspell mine. I think it's a Nordic country, maybe. I mean, I've said this before, but in like... Yeah, I just picked up a random piece of armor. In elementary school, I knew someone who... Their name was Brian, but for whatever reason, it was spelled like brain. And every time there was a substitute teacher, the teacher would be like, brain? Is brain present? Like, why would you curse your child to that? Just spell it normally. Hello. Yes, it was spelled brain, but it was pronounced the same as Brian. So... Then, there were a lot of kids I knew with, like, unusual names. There was someone that was called, like, Xander. Well, actually, the kid named Xander, I had a crush on him for a bit. I had a crush on him. And then, like, a few years down the line, I was like, I don't think I even actually liked him. I think I just wanted to be friends with him. I think it actually was short for Alexander. But he went by Xander. You spell it Brian or Brian, some Brian. Like I said though, I think in the end I just wanted to be friends with him, but I was like too scared to talk to him for some reason. And like I don't understand why, because and not to be mean, but he was like literally like 2 feet tall. He was really, really short. And like there's nothing wrong with that. But I don't know why I was afraid of him. And he wasn't even intimidating either. He was just like a normal guy. I don't remember a lot of like the interactions I had with him, but I think it was mostly just normal. Might bite your ankles. You just wanted to know what the weather was like down there. No, it's fine, it's fine. Makes them easy to transport. No. I'm intimidated by people if I care what they think of me. Maybe that's what it is then. Maybe that's what it was. And like, if we're gonna talk about that, I guess I'll share the rest of the crushes I had. Or, well, the ones that I'm about to talk about, they weren't crushes that I had, they were guys that had crushes on me, and I just never like returned their feelings. So back in like middle school, there was, I don't remember the kid's name, but he was on like the boys basketball team. And he came up to me one day, like in the middle of class. I didn't even mean to. I was just, I'm so bad at interacting with like men that have feelings for me. I just don't know what to say to them most of the time. Like, everyone that's had a crush on me, with the exception of like a few people, I haven't like reciprocated their feelings, so I didn't know what to say to them without just being mean. But anyway, he came up to me in the middle of class one day, and he was like, Pythea, I think I like you. And I was like, oh, okay, let me think about that. And I went out to the hallway, and I went to my locker, and I just stood there for a minute, and I was like, I don't even like this guy. I did not like him at all. Like, he was fine looking and like nice, and I enjoyed hanging out with him as a friend. But I didn't want to date him. And also, this is probably important context. Well, it's mostly just funny, but this was like a week before. I was talking to him at his locker, and he struggled to get his locker open, and then he finally got it open. And I looked inside, and there was just like a ton of sand inside. And I was like, what the fuck happened? There was sand all over everything, and it was just like a big pile of sand in his locker. I was like, how did this get here? And he was like, oh, I don't know, it just kind of built up over time. And I was like, what? What do you mean? Where did it come from? I don't know. And like, he opened his backpack, and it was also like had sand in the bottom of it. And all his folders had sand in them. I was just so confused. I was like, how does it get this bad? Like, I understand maybe if you, I don't know. Somehow you got sand on you and like in your bag somehow, maybe. But how does it get into like a big pile in your locker? Well, the town that we lived in was like, it had a sand plant, so maybe his parents worked there and that's how it got there? I don't know. He took the pocket sand strat too serious. I don't know. I was just so confused. I was like, why? Why do you have so much? And he just brushed it off like it was nothing. I'm gonna start crying. Have you checked that he hasn't shown up on My Strange Addiction? Do they even make that anymore? The last time I watched it was years ago. But regardless of the sand, a while after he like confessed his feelings to me, I never talked to him about it. We just went on like being friends and talking like normal, and he never brought it up again, and I never brought it up again. So might have been a little awkward, but we just didn't talk about it. And a while after, I found out that he was dating his cousin. So I was like, oh, well, not really the type of guy I want. We lived in a really small town, for context, so I guess, like, almost everyone at the school was related. And I wasn't from there, so I wasn't related to any of them. That's why the sand. But, like, almost everyone was related to each other in some way. So after that happened, I was like, kinda glad that I didn't date you. Middle school was really strange for me. This was middle school. This is middle school. High school was a whole different thing. Blood being thicker than water. And then, yeah, everyone knew each other, and they were also all, like, third cousins at the very least, if they weren't all, like, second or first cousins, so. And then, the second guy that ended up having a crush on me was, the soccer guy that I've talked about before. Which is something you'd really expect to happen in high school, not middle school, but... I probably saw a few without knowing that they were related. And also, I mean, it was middle school, so even if they were dating, they weren't, like, doing anything. At the very least. And, as I was saying, I don't know, last I heard of him, he got expelled and sent to, like, a reformatory school. So maybe he's grown and changed. But, the whole thing that happened with that was the first time that he talked to me, really, he came up to me when we had recess in middle school. We had recess. I know it seems weird, but we had recess all throughout middle school. And there was also, like, a playground for some reason. Because, you know, middle schoolers love playing on the playground. But anyway. The first time I, like, talked to him, I was sitting on the curb outside during recess. And he came up to me, and his exact words were, "Your hair is big and beautiful today." And I was really freaked out. I was like, what? What do you mean? And, like, I maybe if he hadn't said it so strangely, it would have been a little less creepy. But I was also like... And one of my friends was sitting next to me, so I turned to her and I was like... It is burned into my mind. The thought that counts, I guess. And, like, after that I was like, okay, whatever, I can brush it off. So fast forward, like, a few months, he's been a little creepy towards me, like, really, I don't really want to say possessive, but, like, if I would talk to other boys, he would get mad. And, he would, like, he would, like, put his hands on me when I, was not very comfortable with that. And I don't mean in, like, a super weird way, it's just, like, he would, like, touch my shoulder. And I was like, don't do that, please. And then one day, I was sitting in history class, like, I think a few seats down from him. I don't think I was sitting right next to him. Is my hair short or long? It's short, it's short. It is really weird. It was super weird. But I was sitting a few seats down from him, and I don't remember what we were talking about. I think the history teacher was saying something about like what all of us wanted to be when we grew up. And did he at least listen when he said not to? Sometimes. But then sometimes I'd have to tell a teacher that he was bothering me. But he stood up in the middle of class and he was like, when I grow up, I want to be a stalker. And mind you, this is like 7th grade, I think. So like you're old enough to know not to say that. You should know what stalker means and know not to say that. And hold on, I gotta adjust how I'm sitting. And the entire class went silent because like what do you say to that? It was not a bit. It's not a bit. I had to live through this, so you guys have to hear me talk about it. After a few seconds, the teacher was like, "Okay, let's talk about this more after class, okay?" So, class continued pretty awkwardly. And I think the teacher pulled him aside after that. And then after that, I knew that he was like super creepy, and he was being really creepy to me and also my other friends. So I started being really mean to him because I thought that would like get him off my back, but it didn't. I mean, sometimes he'd back off if I was super aggressive, but he didn't really, so I just kind of had to deal with it. I was like, okay, well, whatever. As long as he doesn't do anything too weird, it's fine. Well, yeah, but this was like middle school Pythea. This was 7th grader Pythea. I thought that being a complete asshole would make him hate me. So he would still like stick around me all the time, demonstrating my strategies. I don't remember exactly what it was that I did, but I would tell him that I hated him all the time. Bigger than this guy. I was slightly shorter than him, I think. Yeah, I was slightly shorter than him. He was only slightly taller than me. Like, I would just be straight up mean to him. And I would tell him to like leave me alone forever and like disappear. And like I think I ended up hitting him once. I never told my parents about that. I told my parents about everything else that happened, but I never told them about that part of the story. Because I hated him so much. I genuinely hated him. And I think like 8th grade, after like 3 years of putting up with this, I was so tired. I was like, I just want this guy gone. I want him gone forever. And was it a knuckle sandwich or an open palm strike? It was a knuckle sandwich. And I think we were at recess again, so you know, back to where everything started. We were out there and we were just like walking around, and he came up to me and he was like, do you have, I don't remember exactly what it was, but he asked for like some kind of part. Might have been a circuit board. He was like, do you have a circuit board that I can use to build a bomb? And, oh, my phone's ringing. Hold on. Let me, okay. Anyway. He asked if I had a circuit board to build a bomb. Yeah, I know. This is the part that I've talked about the most. Because I mean, it's just so absurd. I was so fed up with him at that point. I was like, oh my god, I don't even care if he's kidding anymore. I'm telling a fucking teacher. Like, I'm snitching. I don't care if it's a joke. So I went up to my history teacher, who had known about all of his behavior in the past, and was like on my side. And I was like, this guy asked me for a part to build a bomb. Living in the middle of nowhere turns out like the most strange people. So I had told the teacher and she was like, oh, that's super serious. Thanks for telling me. So I think a few days later, I heard that all he got was an in-school suspension every day for like a week. Would have transferred schools. The thing is, that was the only school. That was the only school in the town. Unless I wanted to go to one that was like an hour away, which would have sucked. Yeah, maybe that's why it's so strange. But like I said, he only got like pretty much a slap on the wrist. Yeah, exactly, exactly. I think the school had, when I was attending, it had like 500 people in total. So yeah, it was, oh my god, phone ringing again. No. It was really, really small. So I can't give too many like details about it because I don't want anyone to try and look it up. But if I just say it's rural, then, you know, can't really find anything about it. So after he got the slap on the wrist, I think my dad got another job. My dad ended up getting another job, and he got like invited to go check it out or whatever, and then me and my mom went and checked it out. We ended up moving there in the town that he got the job in. So I moved away from the really rural place, and it was still pretty rural, but might be a headline of him online. The thing is, his name is so like common, I guess, that I can't find anything about him. So, you know, we'll see. Like I said, I moved away, and I still had friends there that I talked to. And a while after I moved away, like a few months, I found out after I had left, I don't think he had ties to Florida. But after we had left, I found out that he had started stalking my best friend. And I think he ended up like following her home, which is really fucking scary. So he got expelled, finally. Finally. There were so many red flags, but okay. He got expelled and he got sent to a reformatory school, and that was the last I had heard of him. But the escalation is unironically a really bad sign. I know. Well, that's the end of it. That's the end of it. As far as I know. He was committed to his career goal. Yeah, he was determined. It just really scared me when I found that out, because I was like, he was really obsessed with me. So like, if I had stayed there, what if he had done that to me? And also, if he had done that to me, I feel like my dad or someone probably would have shot him. Like, my parents are those kinds of people. So, you know, maybe it's a good thing that he still has his life. It's a good thing that I moved away before something else happened. Yeah, America. Pretty much. But the next guy the next guy that had a crush on me was pretty normal. He was just like kind of an awkward nerdy kid. And did my friend come out okay? I think she's fine. She was fine. I haven't talked to her in a long time, but I think she was fine from what I heard. But like I said, the other guy that had a crush on me was just like nerdy. And he just liked, he wanted to like play games with me all the time, and I was like, okay, sure, I guess. I mean, I didn't have any problems with him. He was just kind of awkward, and also I didn't really like him, so that was why I didn't like end up dating him or anything. And actually, I think to this day I have him added on like Xbox. What was he into? I don't remember what it was exactly. Like Jeffrey from Class of 09. I've never seen Class of 09, so I can't compare. Like I said, I still have him added on Xbox. Maybe I'll send him a message and maybe I'll send him a message and see how he's doing. And where was Sheldon? Oh no. Oh no. And then high school is relatively normal. Most of the guys that had a crush on me in high school were pretty normal people. The only like slightly strange one was some guy that was in the same art class as me. And I sat at the same table as him, and I would just be working like on my project or whatever. And he would like tap me and be like, "Hey, why are you staring at me?" And I was like, "Dude, you're the one staring at me." And also he was really adamant about getting my my number in his phone, which was a little weird to me, but I was like, okay, whatever. And eventually he just started leaving me alone, so I was like, okay, that's fine. Because I changed tables because I didn't want to sit with him anymore. So, and then besides that, there was a girl that I dated. I think I've dated like 2 or 3 guys, and then there's one girl. Seducing so many people by doing literally nothing. I know. Honestly. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. But I think my best like romantic experience was when I was dating a girl. So, you know. And, you know, right now I'm single. But it's like, if I were to date anyone now, I don't know if I would even want to tell them that I'm a VTuber. I know I would have to at some point. But I feel like I wouldn't want to tell them, like, at the start. I would want to kind of keep it a secret at least. Currently married to VTubing. I'm married to that grind. Single life best life, no expectations of anyone and no expectations of you. True. And I mean, I get to like do whatever I want pretty much. What if they like VTubers? I mean, it's fine. I'd probably rather date someone who liked VTubers than someone who like didn't know anything about them. I don't know. I don't really have any standards. I have like no standards. So, you know, maybe I should get some. Being a VTuber, red flag though. Maybe. In some cases, maybe. Ask if they think VTubers are AI. Like I said though, I have like no standards. I need to actually I need to do better. I need to do better. Some people in America can be very like aggro about anime culture. I know. I know. I know one of the guys that I dated was really into K-pop. And he would like this is gonna sound really strange, but he compared our relationship to like K-pop ships. And like I was like, okay. Okay, I guess. Okay. And like sometimes I would do certain things and he'd be like, oh, that's just like this member of this K-pop group. And I was like, what? Like there was a time that I was at the fridge and I like took the milk jug out of the fridge and I drank some milk straight from the jug because I was too lazy to get a cup. And he was like, oh, that's just like this guy from this K-pop band or K-pop group. And I was like, what? How do you even know that? How do you know this about these people? Did he try and drag you to any concerts? No. Fortunately, no. He talked about them constantly, though. It's fine, it's fine. I think some K-pop is fine. Imagine if he asked you to be like a K-pop idol. He wanted to move to South Korea. And he wanted me to audition to be like a K-pop idol. And I was like, dude, I'm an American and also like I'm not K-pop material. And he was like, well, you still have a chance. I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. For these guys you keep meeting, I don't know. Like I said, it's probably because I have no standards that I keep running into these strange people. It's probably why. That's probably why. To ball and chain you. I don't know. I guess he wanted to have like his own personal K-pop idol. And he just wanted to like make me into one. I was like, no thanks. And I mean, also just comparing us to like K-pop ships was also a little weird anyway. Maybe. These guys, I know. Got the same thing going on low-key, but she wants a femboy. Maybe if he compared you to Astolfo and Charlemagne. I don't know which one of us would have been Astolfo and which one of us would have been Charlemagne, though. And either way, I would have been really confused if that happened. Like you now being an anime girl. It's much different from being in the K-pop industry. I mean, there are some similarities, I guess, being a VTuber, but it's not the same. I don't know. I don't think I would want to date someone who's as into Astolfo as I am. I don't think I could handle that. They could be obsessed with like some other character. I don't care. And I mean, the other guys that I dated were relatively normal. They were anime fans. They were pretty normal about it. Not to the point of like being obsessed. So, you know, it was fine. It's just it didn't work out in the end. Being a VTuber is not a red flag, but an Astolfo fan on the other hand. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, they can like him a little bit, just not as much as I do. And also, I think it depends on like what you do as a VTuber to be like a red flag. Like if you're, well, I was gonna say if you're normal, but there's really no normal VTubers. Don't get into the Evangelion fans. I don't think I've ever dated anyone who's into Evangelion. Didn't compare them to Artoria and Mordred. Well, Artoria and Mordred is like, that's like father and son. That would just be strange. But like, I think the main K-pop group that the guy really liked was BTS. He would talk about BTS all the time, and I got really tired of it. I got so tired of it. I was like, yeah, okay. Yeah, BTS. And I ended up hating BTS for the longest time because of him. The BTS army. Secretly gay. I think he's actually dating a guy now. Last I saw of him. So, you know, maybe his experience with me was so bad that he was like, I'm not gonna date women anymore. I guess I helped him discover, I guess. He finally got his Korean boyfriend. I mean, it does make a little more sense for him because the ships he would compare us to were like yaoi. I don't know, is it right to call it yaoi if it's like real men? This is why I keep my obsessions to myself when dating. I also do. It took him a while since he said he dated another girl after you. Oh yeah, he did. He did. But then he broke up with her like immediately after. Cause he was like cheating on me for the last like month of our relationship. And he didn't even like talk to me face to face about it either. He sent me a text. And it wasn't through like messages either. It was through Discord. He sent me a Discord message. He sent me a Discord message. And he was like, Pythea, I think our relationship is drifting apart. I think we should stay as friends instead of dating. And then I was like, okay, I'll respond in the morning, whatever. And I got up in the morning. He had deleted the message. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, okay, whatever, maybe he's trying to make this work. So I dated him for like the next month, and then eventually I broke up with him because I was like, this just isn't working out. And like the day after I broke up with him, he was dating another girl. And I think from what I had heard from mutual friends, he had been dating her like behind my back at the same time. I'm not too like mad about it or anything. I wasn't even pissed about it at the time either. I was just kind of like, oh, that's kind of funny. But after that, he dated her for like a week and then broke up with her. It was not very long at all. Been there except without the closure of a message, and we were coworkers. Thank you, thank you. Well, the thing is, when I ended up breaking up with him, I actually met him face to face, and I didn't just send a message, and not just on Discord either. Like, he had my phone number, he could have texted me, but I guess he realized if he wanted to delete the message, you know, he couldn't do that on iMessage. Need more standards. I know, this was a few years ago. This was like Yeah, he does. I don't know if he watches my videos. Because like I'm still kind of in contact with him. I don't really talk to him. But like I still have him friended on some stuff. Because we did end things like pretty amicably in some ways. It wasn't like, you know, a dumpster fire, so we're still like acquaintances. Never sure what's the story. Yeah. I don't know how he'd feel about me talking about it. But I mean, it is a thing that he did, so, you know. But also, I think this was like 2020 or 2021. Probably 2021, I would assume. Still friended on MySpace. No, it's too recent for that. Too recent for that. But oh, also, I don't think I ever included this part, but when I first started dating him, he told me he was like, let me think. He told me he was like 2 or 3 years older than he actually was. Which, like, it wasn't a big deal because we were like around the same age anyway, but it was still just kind of weird. And like we were adults, so it's not like it was, you know, a controversy, but it was just weird. I was like, why did you feel the need to lie about that? And then I ended up being older than he was by like a year, I think. Yeah. When I thought he was older than me, and I was like, oh, okay. Thought you'd boss him around if you were even a day older. Yeah, it was really weird. It was really weird. Very insecure. I know. But, you know, I'm not dating anyone now, so at least I don't have to deal with any of that. And hopefully if I date anyone in the future, this won't happen. I'll get some standards. I'll do a background check before I date anyone. Which, I mean, at least I have funny stories to tell now. Although I did have to go through quite a bit to get those stories, but the Stolfo skill figure. Yeah, I guess you're right. Background check vampire detective Pythea. That's what I'm gonna have to do. I mean, it could be worse, but I have dated a lot of strange people. I don't know why I attract so many strange people in like my dating life. I don't know how it happens. For the experience, I'm sorry for you as entertainment, lol, Lamau even. Yeah. I mean, like I said, it is pretty funny. Strange people attract other strange people. I'm not that strange. I'm not strange to the point of like obsessing over K-pop men and like shipping them together. Do you associate with overtly nerdy circles? I guess sometimes, but not like all the time. Pythea is silly, not a weirdo. Exactly. What if your whole chat's insane? I believe that you guys are relatively sane. Got into Orlando Furiosa because of a PNG. I mean, yeah. It's not the same as like wanting to move to South Korea and turn your girlfriend into a K-pop idol, though. It's not the same. It's not the same. I think that's pretty different. Just sounds absurd even hearing about it. I know. It was really weird. It was really, really weird. Pretty close competition. And like, don't get me wrong, there were times when it was normal and fun. But, you know, that's not as interesting to talk about as all the strange times. And there's so much more that I could get into, but I don't want to. And also just because I feel like some of it's pretty personal, so I don't want to like air out all his dirty laundry. So, you know, I'll let him keep a few secrets. This is depressing enough to listen to. Romantic comedy works because dating is inherently funny on a certain level. Yeah, it kind of is. I mean, I feel like it's pretty common to date at least a few people that are kind of strange. You know? I feel like that's a pretty universal experience. Yeah, exactly. Although I don't know if a lot of people probably don't have as many strange encounters as I do, but I feel like everyone has at least one or two partners that's like, huh? What? Someone has to experience it at least once. Usually. And also I feel like it's a little more common if you're dating other people who are like anime fans. Not to play into like the stereotype that anime fans are all strange. Because I don't really believe that. I think liking anime is pretty normal. From a person who likes anime. Experiencing it right now. Any glompers? No. No. But I feel like there's... yeah, I mean, anyone can be strange. I love anime. I want to go to Japan so bad. You know, a lot of people, when you talk about like being an anime fan and wanting to go to Japan, they're like, oh, if you're an anime fan, don't even bother going to Japan. I don't think it's right to be like that. I mean, yeah, obviously, don't be disrespectful when you go to Japan. But I feel like most people that go to Japan are probably respectful, usually. Unless you're like an IRL streamer. And a girl that broke up with text to a month later pull a Higurashi and sent that in front of my house. It is true, there are no subtitles. I mean, yeah, you just gotta learn the language and like be respectful. And just don't be an asshole. I feel like it's weird to like gatekeep Japan from people, especially if you're American. Like, what? If you're an American telling other Americans not to go to Japan, that's just weird to me. Like, you don't even live there. Why are you gatekeeping so hard? Asked for takeout in a noodle restaurant in Japan as a kid. Really fast German. I don't know how I'd ever get Japanese down, so many writing systems. I feel like after you get the hang of it, it's relatively easy. I mean, I say this not knowing all of Japanese. And I'm also still not super good at it. Tourists can be put in jail. I mean, that's only if you're doing something super absurd. America's kind of underrated. I think our politics downgraded us now. I mean, America has some cool places. I like traveling around the country. It's just... there's some places that I don't want to go, especially with politics being like the way they are right now. Like Washington, DC, sometimes. Sometimes they have like barriers up, and I'm like, I don't want to go there. I don't want to deal with that. Like Dave & Buster's in Las Vegas. I love gambling. I think Vegas is pretty cool. Even besides the gambling, I think Vegas is pretty cool. People are mixed bag. Locations are as well. Yeah. I mean, I kind of like America, but I feel like if I was given the chance, I'd probably move somewhere else. If I had the chance. I don't know where else to. Maybe like Canada or something. I'd be fine living in Canada, I think. But like still near the US border. That's what defines America. I mean, a few years ago I went to the Grand Canyon. It was really boring. Like I got there and I don't know, it was cool, but it was just kind of disappointing. And then like the glass bridge that you can step out on, there were so many people taking pictures that you really couldn't like enjoy it. Because everyone was taking pictures and, you know, and posing for pictures. I feel like Grand Canyon's kind of a tourist trap. Can you get a huge plastic ball and roll down the canyon? Unfortunately, no. Yeah, pretty much is just a giant hole. And then there's nothing around it either. You gotta drive like 2 hours into the desert to get to it. So to me, it's really not worth it. The rocks have colors. Yeah, they're orange and red. I mean, it was fun getting to see it, I guess. Well, there's always a chance to be eaten by the local wildlife. When I was there, some guy started trying to like climb down into the canyon. The police had to be called and come get him out. So, you know, that was somewhat entertaining, I guess. I don't know why people have the urge to climb into it, but that one waterfall in Canada looks cool. Niagara Falls. I've been there before, but only on the Canadian side. I've never been to the one in New York, I don't think. Or maybe I might have been when I was pretty young, I think. America has Florida, the rest of the world does not have Florida. Wish I had entertainment like that. We're across the Mackinac Bridge. The idea of a lake bigger than Croatia is pretty wild until you cross it on a car. No, I never have. I've been to like maybe like 35 out of the 50 states, maybe a few more. And I've driven through and not actually like been in. So, I know. My parents took me a lot of places when I was a kid. And even now I still like traveling around. It's just I don't as much since, you know, I don't have infinite funds. And when I would travel as a kid, my parents would pay for it, so, you know. You think Pi is a military kid? I'm not, though. And even if you're a military kid, I feel like that still wouldn't warrant going to like 35 states. But I've been pretty much everywhere on the East Coast, and then as for the West Coast, I've been most of the places. Don't go anywhere in Florida besides Central Florida. I've been to Florida quite a few times. Family vacation to Wyoming. Does Wyoming even have anything? I mean, I think Florida's... there are parts of it that are okay. I think some of it gets a bad rap when it's not as bad. I haven't been to Hawaii, you know. Would you cross the giant Chinese bridge that cracks when you walk on it? Probably not. That sounds pretty scary. But no, I haven't been to Hawaii. It'd be nice to go to Hawaii. And let's see. I haven't been a ton of places in Florida. It's mostly been Orlando. Because I used to go to Disney World a lot, and then I went to Universal last year, which was actually, I think last year was actually the first time I went to Universal Orlando. Drop the vacation fund. Wisconsin somehow makes me feel like I'm about to be indoctrinated or killed for not liking their football teams. Yeah. Kind of get that vibe from there also. Orlando's cool and all, but like, there's so much there that's just not worth the money. But you can also get a hotel for pretty cheap in Orlando and then go to like a theme park. So... I mean, if you go to like the wealthier parts of Florida, I think it's fine, mostly. And some of the beaches are okay. Some of them. Not all of them, but some of them. Definitely not like Miami Beach, but most places. St. Augustine, downtown. Never been there before. My grandparents on my mom's side became one of the millions of boomers who migrated to Florida. Why is Florida such a common place to like retire to? I guess it's because it's so warm? I don't know. I feel like as an old person, it'd be too warm, right? I don't know. Oh, no income tax? Well, that makes sense then. The villages in Florida have a lot of golf carts. Yeah. I mean, I like warm places. I like Florida. Does Eriopalid plan to become a Florida man too? I don't think so. I think he wants to go somewhere like up north when he retires. And also, I really can't say anything bad about Florida because I might go there eventually. Not for retirement, but I might live there in the future. So, let's pray he doesn't. Yeah. I mean, depending on what happens in my life. Florida woman arc. What a horrible fate. Hope you survive there. It's my own choice. It's my own choice. It's not like I'm being forced. I wonder what article Pi will create when she becomes a Florida woman. There's not gonna be any articles, okay? There's not gonna be any articles. I've survived so much already. Florida's the only place in the US you can get the certifications. I read that right. To work on international shipping, so I get dragged back every 5 years. I'm gonna meet even weirder neighbors in Florida. I could. There's the potential of that. There's definitely a chance. But I mean, my neighbors now, I guess they're fine. There's like an older couple living in the house behind mine right now. And then the people that live a door up the street from me, they were like having a party tonight. So there's like a billion cars parked outside, which is a little annoying, but whatever. I mean, at least they're not screaming like the one woman that has a ton of dogs. And they invite you? No. They don't really know me. I don't really ever talk to my neighbors, to be honest. The only one that I really talk to is like this old lady that lives next door. Because I play with her dog sometimes, because she has like a poodle, I think? I think it's a purebred poodle. And that thing, it is insane. So, I mean, it's fun, but also she has way too much energy. She's like 2 years old or something. The dog, I mean. But besides that, it's fine. I haven't had too many issues with my neighbors recently. Although the other day I went outside and at the dog lady's house, there were like children screaming. So, you know, that was a little strange. How's Violet? I'll get to that in a second. You let Violet play with the poodle? No, because the one time that we tried, the poodle came over and she nipped Violet, and Violet did not like that at all. And Violet started like running away. So I was like, well, probably shouldn't let them, because Violet's gonna get really scared. I mean, Violet's not like aggressive or anything. If she gets nipped at or whatever, she doesn't even try to defend herself. She just runs away. Violet's not aggressive, like, at all. She ran back to like the house because we were in the yard. The killing machine was scared. She only kills small animals. When she's faced with anything bigger than her, then, you know. But let me see. I might have pictures of her somewhere. I took some recently, but I don't know if I have them on my computer. I have to see. How big is that poodle? Poodles are pretty big. Violet's not that big. She's like, I think last time I checked she was like 35 or 40 pounds. Probably closer to 35. She's decently sized, but she's not super big. So, you know, she's not a big dog. She's pretty small. And then the poodle's like, I don't know, like 50 pounds maybe. A bit bigger than her. Let me see. Let me see if I have any pictures that I can show. This one's probably fine. I'm gonna crop out my shoes though. It's a hefty dog, I know. She's pretty big. I don't know if reflection in the eyes probably doesn't matter, right? I don't know. No drip check? No. I don't know. I'm paranoid, so I'm not gonna show the one that has reflections. Because I'm afraid. I can show one that has my hand in it, I guess. Or just like part of it. Let me see. It's a really, really cropped part of it. But this is all I have right now. That's on my computer. But you're a vampire? I mean the reflection of my house. I can't let people know where I live. Oh my god, the image is still really big. Here. I cropped it a lot, but... This is a picture I took the other day. I don't think I have any really better ones. Reflection leading out to her mailbox. Alright, have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. I know, I love Violet. The crown pattern. Oh no. I mean, like I said, she's a really friendly dog. Some people think she's aggressive for some reason. But she's a super nice dog. Because I had someone when I was on vacation that would like let her in and let her out. And for some reason they thought she was aggressive at first, and I was like, she's not aggressive. She's a pretty friendly dog. So, you know. And then after they got there, they were like, oh, she's so friendly. I was like, yeah? Attack a mailman? There was a guy that came to change the oil in my, like, I don't know what it is. I live in a really old house that has like an oil heater. And there was a guy that came to refill it. And for whatever reason, she hated him. And she almost nipped at him a few times when he was around the house. And then I got a call like a few days later, I think. And someone from the company was like, hey, did you have this guy at your house? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, did you have anything stolen? And I was like, no. And she was like, oh, okay, I was just making sure. He got fired for theft the other day. I was like, oh, well. Maybe that explains why Violet was being so weird towards him. I mean, isn't there a saying that like dogs can sense evil or something? So, I had another dog when I was little. His name was Peanut, I think. His name was Peanut. And when I was little, there was some guy that like followed my mom home, like in her car. Like followed her from the road and like into the driveway. And he was like trying to sell her meat. Which was pretty weird. And from what my mom told me, Peanut like started growling, like almost foaming at the mouth at the guy. Another meat story. I don't know why it keeps happening to me. This one was when I was little though. He was trying to sell my mom like meat. It happened to me too? What? Is it common? Is it common for like someone to try selling meat to you? It was really strange though, or at least the story sounded really strange. Like I said, I was pretty little, so I don't really remember it. The meat scam. Like I said, she said the Peanut was like growling and foaming at the mouth. And the guy eventually left. Door-to-door meat salesman. A little strange. I mean, not as strange as the time that, you know, the cooler of meat showed up at my doorstep. And me being me, at first I thought it was like body parts in there. I thought that someone had like killed someone and chopped them up and put the body like in front of my door. And I was like, do I call the police? Or do I just leave it? There's a string of fake cops robbing people in fake traffic stops. I think I've heard of that happening somewhere that I lived. There are body parts. Yeah, but not human ones. Jehovah's Witnesses. I've had a few of them show up at my house, like recently. Well, it was like a month ago or something. Not super often, but I think there's a bunch of them in my town because they show up every now and then. And I have to answer the door and I have to be like, no, I'm not interested. Please go away. I'm really not interested. Like, they try hard to convince you. Like, dude, I don't want to let you come inside my house and talk about Jehovah's Witnesses. If he did really work with meat, he probably smelled like death and it tripped her oh shit response. Maybe. Could always call your dad to answer them. I guess. But like... Besides that, none of my dogs have ever been aggressive. But I've only ever had two. Because Violet, I got her when I was younger. Like, I don't know. I don't know exactly what time frame. But I was younger when I got her. I was still living with my parents, at least. And then I took her with me because there's a yard here, but I don't know if I'll be able to take her when I move next because I don't know if I'm gonna have a yard. So I'll see. She's like, she's not super old, but she's kind of getting up there. Well, it's just like her owner. Sometimes he becomes aggressive. Maybe. Anyway. Apartments are viable if you have a good local dog park. True. Don't let her near kids. She loves kids. Violet loves kids. Violet's fine around children. She would not hurt a child. Violet's too kind for that, you know? But anyway, I think I'm gonna end stream here for tonight. So thank you guys so much for watching. Where do we even send requests for the drawing stream? Just comment them on the community post for the schedule. So if you want to see me draw like a specific VTuber, send your requests, like I said, in the comments of the schedule for this week. So like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for all the support. Have a good night, everyone. Sleep well. Have sweet dreams. Good night and bye-bye.